Hello there, folks! My name is Walt, and welcome back to Lovely Little Thieves, the demo for the new game from the Pango Dango Mango. Let us continue on. What? Colin's attention already drifted back to his game, but his mouth kept moving at the same irritable rhythm as his thumbs. What? You don't speak plain English? Then allow me to rephrase. It's bad enough that I'm strapped into a three-seater with your titanic backside, and it's bad enough that I have to hear you mouth flap out blissfully innate all day. I don't need the musical ambiance in the van to match the odor. I don't think Randy understood Colin's insult any better than I did. Well, it did kind of stink when Randy spoke. Was that what he meant? Seriously, Don, turn the AC back on. Randy's other favorite poison is gagging me out. I've been wondering why Randy's breath burned my nose a little. I guess that meant it was alcohol? So that meant Colin had been breathing in booze stench for the last 3 hours while I've been sleeping peacefully. I guess I'd be a little grumpy in his position too. Seriously, how about a hunk of meat as dumb as you ever make it into a 4-year school? If Randy's anything to go by, I can just wipe my ass on an SAT this year and end up in the Ivy League. Okay, no, he's just a douchebag. But not that grumpy. I never spent much time with Colin in the past, but our few interactions haven't been friendly ones. I get the feeling that Russell and Randy weren't going to become friends with him either. Still, he was coming with us on our spring break trip because... Coco, are you being mean to my friends? You better not be. He was my best friend's little brother. Danielle. Wait, Danny. It was all coming back to me now. You woke me up, you little butthead. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, what? Uh-huh, I guess I woke you up. Sorry. You better be. I stayed up all night putting the finishing touches on this wicked road trip. I finally get a well-deserved nap in this crampy little back seat. Oh, you're cramped, are you? And you interrupt my beauty sleep to harass everyone. Coco! Coco! Ugh, enough with the Coco. What are you, 5? You're the one going all terrible twos on the nice boy who lent us this van. Now say you're sorry to Randy for saying that all the mean things to him. I'm sorry to Randy for saying all the mean things to him. Wow, I even said both lines with the same dumb illiteracy. Amazing. Don't swear, dude, it's whatever. That's better. Randy's nice, you two should be friends. He can't help it that he's a titanic backside or stanky breath for terrible taste in music. Colin smiled. Randy frowned. And I can't help it that Santa gave him a little butt head for Christmas instead of a little brother like I asked for. Majorly unfair. I blame the elves. You were probably supposed to be an elf baby or something. Colin scrubbed down even further in his seat and tapped away at the game buttons, but Danny continued to loom over his shoulder. You're still bouncing guys out of that building? That is bogus. How's the whole thing not burned down by now? You must be a very good fireman. Colin didn't really seem bothered by Danny's slings and arrows. If anything, he seemed a little happy. Still, he shrunk his smile down even further and let out a sigh. You people make my head hurt. After that, it was quiet for a moment. To be honest, I was relieved. Maybe that's why... I'm gonna learn to read real quick. That's the way it's always been, though. Seeing Daniel's face brought so many memories back in a warm, welcome flood. I've known her since we were in grade school, back when the hair was short, straight, and pitch black rather than the long, fluffy, and bubblegum pink. But long before those two started dyeing their hair weird colors, they'd been thick as thieves, like my mother liked to put it. Most siblings love each other, sure, but Daniel was the only person I knew who actually liked Colin. At all. Not that I disliked the guy, I just don't really know him. You're my two best friends, little Danny would say, squeezing us both. Then little Colin would wriggle out of her grasp, run to his room, and slam the door. They had a weird relationship, but if a couple words from Daniel could keep the peace for the rest of the drive, that was all that matters to me. Wait, if Daniel wasn't the third person in the seat with Colin and Randy, then... I turned over my shoulder and landed on a face I'm sure I've never seen before. My brain's still sluggish, but enough of myself had fly back in my memories that I felt the boy was a stranger and always had been. So why was he here in the car with us? Unless I really am going crazy, the others had to know he was there. The van was crampy after all, but who was he? Maybe there was a polite way to ask him. Hey! Oh my god! Don, that hairpin! Huh? Is that new? It looks adorable on you. Oh, go ahead, flaunt a little bit, girlfriend. Doesn't it, though? I do like putting a little strawberry in my strawberry blonde. Girl, don't make me jealous. Your hair is so pretty. My bird's nest just swallows up cute doodads like that. I swear, I got it layered 2 months ago and it's already overgrown again. Jay, you have thick wavy hair. What do you do to keep it from taking over your head? Jay, huh? So he is real. My hair? Yes, silly, your hair. How do you wrangle it? It just comes this way, I suppose. I buzz the sides when they get kind of puffy. I get the top cut when it touches my glasses. Jay breathed just deep enough to force his shoulders up in a ghost of a shrug. I guess that's all he had to say. That's bogus. Boys are so lucky it's disgusting. Heh. Heh. Yeah, you have it so tough, Danny. Queen of the back seat telling us how easy we got it. Are you really going to keep bitching about seating arrangements the whole trip? As if, you big baby, I'm changing the subject. Nobody asked Dom what he wants to listen to. What kind of music are you into, girl? Still country when country ain't cool? The fact that I like country music at all seemed like alien information, and I realized that my memory is still pretty addled. Addled! I got that one right! Addled! In a major way. Well, I could just let loose the waterworks and admit that something was seriously wrong with my brain to these people I just now remembered were my friends, or maybe I could deflect the question. I don't know. Who do I ask? I don't know. Ask Jay. I don't know. I'm curious what kind of music you're into, though, Jay. You've been awfully quiet back there. Seriously, who are you? I don't know. Huh, he didn't know. What kind of a response was that? He wasn't like me, was he? Was that it? Maybe the fact that he seemed so unfamiliar has something to do with weird mutual memory loss? Oh no, I'm getting way at myself. Hold your horses there, Don. You don't know what kind of music you like? Well, that's awfully boring. It's not that I don't know, it's that you don't know. The music, I mean, the things I like are sort of weird. I don't know. Like what? Come on, we don't bite. The way Daniel was talking to him seemed to say that he didn't know him very well either. What's going on? I like The Cure. I like Seoxys and the Banshees. Bajas too. I really didn't recognize any of those names, and the following silence told me that no one else did either. Do you know the what? The Euphemics? Oh yeah, you mean that weird video about a cue ball girl? I like the Eufix. Radical. But it would be the Eufix in case you didn't know. No, the. It's an uncountable noun. You don't need to put the article in front of it. Grammar accuracy aside, it just sounds gross. Like, you wouldn't say the talking heads, would you? Even if it's grammarly correct. Jay has already resumed staring out the window and didn't seem interested in answering the question, if you could call it one. The awkward silence was increasing and I still don't know anything about this guy. Even when Jay told me things about himself, I didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't seem like the kind of person who liked to explain himself. I think I was spot on with the whole depressed voice. I want to get myself a pat on the back for that one. Of course, I couldn't be a hypocrite. I'm only talking to him because I didn't want to explain myself after all. Whoever I am, I'm the worst. Hey, look, I'm seeing some signs from Mount Vernon, like for the trails and tours and stuff. That's good news. I hope they don't expect us to go hiking tonight. Those clodhoppers I'm wearing are not accessible for trekking through the woods. Hell no! My legs are numb from switching pedals all the way through the curvy roads. No thanks. And yet, hiking boots hiking boots. Why the hiking boots, Russ? Well, you should always be prepared. Wait, am I giving him the Randy voice? And what was his voice? Oh, no, wait, I think that's right. I was going for mature father with him. Anyway, my point is that civilization can't be more than 40 minutes away. The van itself seemed to exhale in relief. Woo! Yeah, motel! Thank Christ. Well, let's read his line properly. ... I call one of the beds. We only have the budget for one toon queen room, and I insist on taking one of those queens. You are one of those queens. I'm the queen of queens, your royal dweebness. Oh, well, that's easy. You and Dom can share one of the beds. Me, Randy, and Jay rock, paper, scissors over the other one, and... The loser gets the 2 sleeping bags. I promise to take the smellier one if I eat it. Smellier? Sorry. They're about as old as the van. What about Colin? It's gonna be real nice out tonight. He can sleep in the van. Huh? But... he offered while you were asleep. Yeah, I'd much rather sleep in the van. Dark, quiet, space enough for one. Yeah, space enough for one shrimp. But, wait, I don't get the statements. That doesn't seem fair to us. That doesn't seem fair to you guys. Why would that... oh, whatever. Eeny, meeny, miny, pick it. I don't know. That doesn't seem fair to us. Huh? Colin gets to choose his own sleeping arrangements and all the others get to vie for theirs? But you just assume you know what's best for me because I'm a girl? No, that's not what I meant. Personally, I think that's kind of sexy. What the fuck? Nothing against you, Danny. Of course not. I think Donna has a point. Why didn't you let her pick where she wanted to sleep, Russell? Sorry, I just assumed... What if I wanted to take the van or the floor? What if I wasn't comfortable sharing a bed? I'm your girlfriend after all. Don't you think that's kind of weird? I was just being practical. Guys don't sleep together. And girls automatically do? No, just do whatever you want. Screw me for saying anything, I guess. Ugh. Well, the only sleeping arrangement that leaves open to us is the gender-blended free-for-all. Danny brought Jay with us, and they can take one bed. Russell and Dawn are a couple, so they can take the other one. Huh? What? Virginia is for lovers. NSCP pass. Russell frowned. A hot blush spread across his neck, and I felt the van squeal to a gradual halt. Uh-oh. As for me, I'll just curl up cold and alone on the floor. Poor Randy. No one loves Randy. I can't imagine why. Will you two chill out? Why'd the car stop, Russell? Yeah, what's the damage, man? Why did the car stop? What? Russell began jamming the pedals and fiddling with the ignition. Sorry, I guess I spaced out for a minute, but I didn't stop the car. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Try starting it again. Russell tried the keys for 5 more minutes with no results. Then he beat his fist against the dash twice and let out a long, grainy sigh. Okay, everyone out. I think she's dead. Well, this is fantastic. I really thought she held out better than this. You fought? You told me you took this hunk of chuck in for a full dialogue before we left. I said I was going to do that. Sorry. I don't want to get out here. Aren't there bears in Northern Virginia? Just black bears. Oh, just black bears. Okay, excuse the fuck out of me then. You'll be fine. If you see a bear, just throw one of your clodhoppers at it. Pardon me, my door is jammed. Could you roll your seat forward and let me out your side, please? Oh, of course. Thank you. One by one, the 6 of us trickled out of the van and began stretching our legs. I strutted a few yards down the road to get my blood flowing again and took a deep breath. The humidity of the forest air smacked me right in the face. Blech! Everything tasted like pollen, too. I desperately wanted to take my sweater off, but I couldn't walk around outside in my sports bra. Embarrassing. This sucks. It was much cooler in Rhode Island this morning. Oh, good. I'm starting to remember this morning. What a relief. After working out all the kinks in my muscles, I turned to look back at the others. Russell was pacing around the van, scanning it up and down to find the source of the problem. He recoiled when he touched the hood as it was burning up. Jay and Danny were leaning against the van's side. Jay seemed lost in the mountain scenery, while Danny seemed lost in her makeup bag. Randy was seated at the edge of the car's back bumper. He looked miserable. I guess he figured out it was all his fault. And Colin was sitting cross-legged in the middle of the road with an expression so furious, I'm sure it would set any car that approached him on fire. Hey, I'm a big, scary rat! God damn it. Of course, we really needed a car to come by, and fast. Hopefully one with water bottles and air conditioning or something. I dragged my stupid feet back in the direction of the stupid van, resigning myself to sit on the bumper with Randy until the problem magically solved itself. The heat of the roasting asphalt must have finally got to Colin because he hopped up, violently brushing the grit off his shorts and sneering. I had just passed him, ready to collapse next to Randy when... Is it a flat, Russ? Maybe Randy will let us borrow the spare tire he's packing. I saw Randy flinch before sitting down even lower behind the van. That does it. That does what? This sucks. We're all hot, tired, and miserable, but we could try to be nice to one another at least. Why did Colin have to be so cruel all the time? Why am I so angry about it? Whatever. I didn't want to think. I just wanted to yell. I whirled around to face Colin, my heart pounding in my chest. I'll turn his joke back on him. You'd be the first to know, wouldn't you? What? You... I swallowed. I realized too late that I really want to be cruel to Colin in return. That would just bring down everyone's morale even more. So I like to back out now, though. You'd be the first to know if we had a flat tire anyway. Because you're closer to the, because I'm close to the ground. Hey, you're right, because I'm short! Ha ha ha! That's gold, Don! You should be a comedian! You should tour the country! You should hack your way across the nation with those hilarious observations about how short people are short! You mewing little stunner really makes the whole joke, so be sure not to forget that part. Oh yeah, that's the other reason I didn't want to try it out, Nasty Colin. I was going to lose, and it was going to hurt. Before I could even try and think of a good retort, I heard a very goofy chuckle from behind my head. Little itty bitty. Randy? Oh, I'm sorry. I just got this mental image of an entire pit crew of mini Collins, like munchkin-sized Collins with teeny tracksuits and oversized helmets, rushing out to change a tire. Colin's mouth purred and twisted. He blinked a hard, slow blink. I couldn't help it. I started giggling too. We represent the Grumpy Face Guild. Randy lost it even more, propping himself up against the back of the car and smacking the back window in glee. Aha! It's nice that you two think you're so cute. But you're just... Colin sighed instead of finishing his sentence, so I caught my breath and finished it for him. Just what? We're just dumb? Is that what you think? You look down on everyone because you think you're so much smarter than we are. That much-needed burst of laughter had cleared my head, and now I realized exactly what I wanted to say, little jerk. You're wrong. While thinking, I took a big step toward Colin. He took an uneasy step back. Even a girl as measly as I would look down on him so easily. I wondered how that must feel. No, I had to stop thinking about his feelings for a moment. I wanted him to hear what I had to say. You're smart, Colin. You're very smart. Much smarter than me or Randy or probably anyone else here. But just because you're smart doesn't mean you're right. I got angry with you because Randy is already feeling really bad about the van, and you went out of your way to hurt him even more. I know you were just trying to be funny, but it wasn't funny. It wasn't smart either. It was just wrong. I don't think that's who you really are. I think you're smarter than that, and I don't think you're better than that. Oh no, I think you're better than that, because that would be a totally different speech otherwise. But maybe I just don't understand you at all. I guess that's all I wanted to say. I expect Colin to be furious and start slinging more insults at me. Instead, he just stood there, scraping one of his sandals back and forth in the asphalt. Alright, firstly, I didn't know Randy was feeling guilty. I figured he was just oblivious as usual. That was my mistake. I never said I was perfect. Secondly, why don't we make some lemonade out of these lemons we're accused here today? Huh? Let's make a wager, Don. Agree to my bet, and I promise I won't say a single negative word about Randy for the rest of the trip. Okay, what's the bet? You don't seem to care for the way I see things. You think I'm wrong. I disagree. I'll leave Randy alone, but you have to prove me irrefutably wrong about something I say is true. Like I said, I know I'm not perfect, but I do know who I am. I do know when I'm right, and I get real damn tired of people assuming they know better than me just because I'm smaller or younger than them. So I'll give you until the end of the trip to catch me in a faulty assertion. Stuff like me not knowing that Randy was upset when I made that joke doesn't count. That's too nebulous. You have to prove me dead wrong about something that comes out of my own mouth. It's that simple. If I lose, I'll be your slave for a day. If you lose, well, vice versa. Fine. Oh, crap! Well, we just threw down the gauntlet with Colin, didn't we? So, we'll have to find out how that bet goes along and how we get out of this jam next time on Walt Plays Lovely Little Thieves. Till then, folks, later.